Welcome to Philotimaths, fighting problems one step at a time.
Welcome to Philotimaths. In this video we're going to see how to find the highest common factor and the lowest common multiple of two numbers using the Venn diagram method. Let's have a look at an example. In this example we have been asked to find the highest common factor and the lowest common multiple of 48 and 56. The first thing we need to do is draw a tree diagram for the factors of 48 and 56. If you don't know how to do a tree diagram of a number, you can click on the link below. We've created a video just on that. Let's get started with 48. 48 can be written as 2 times 24. Now 2 is a prime number, it can't be broken down anymore. Let's have a look at 24. 24 can be written down as 2 times 12. And again, 2 is a prime number, so we're going to have a look at the 12. 12 can be written down as 2 times 6. 2 is a prime number, so let's have a look at the 6. 6 can be written down as 2 times 3. Now notice that all of these numbers, 2 and 3, cannot be broken down anymore. Therefore, we'll put them in a circle to indicate that this factor tree diagram is complete. Let's have a look at the 56. Now 56 can be written down as 2 times 28. Now 2 is a prime number, so we'll have a look at the 28. 28 can be written down as 2 times 14. And again, 2 is a prime number, so we'll look at the 14. 14 can be written down as 2 times 7. Notice that all of these numbers, 2 and 7, are prime numbers. Therefore we are done. We can put them in a circle to indicate that the factor tree diagram for 56 is complete. Now we can move on to the next step of the solution, which is to draw a Venn diagram to solve this. Now a Venn diagram in this case is just a big rectangle with two circles inside. So we'll have one circle and another one. And these two circles represent 48. Let's write down 48 here. And 56. So I'll write down 56 right here. Now how do we proceed? What we need to do is find what numbers will be placed inside this Venn diagram. So how do we start? Let's start by locating which numbers appear in both factor tree diagrams. Let's have a look at this 2. 2 actually appears in both tree diagrams. So we can put this in a little square, and the number 2 which appears in both we will actually go ahead and copy in the middle part of these circles where they cross. Now let's have a look at this 2. This 2 again appears in both tree diagrams, so we'll indicate it by putting it in a little square, and I'll go ahead and copy this 2 in the Venn diagram in the middle part where the two circles cross. And finally, we've got this 2 appears in both tree diagrams, so we can go ahead and copy this 2 in the middle part where the two circles cross again. Notice that this 2 and the 3, as well as this 7, they are leftovers. We can't place them in the middle part where the two circles cross. Therefore, we can go ahead and write down the 2 and the 3 in the remaining part of the circle of 48. So 2 and 3 will go in this part of the circle for 48, whereas 7, which remains in the factor tree diagram for 56, will go in this part of the circle for 56. So the remaining part of the circle for 56. Now how do we proceed? Let's start with the highest common factor. So the highest common factor we can actually work out by multiplying all the numbers in the middle part where the two circles cross each other, the intersection of the two circles. So we can go ahead and write down that the highest common factor is actually equal to 2 times 2 times 2. Now 2 times 2 times 2 is simply equal to 8. Therefore the answer is that the highest common factor of these two numbers is 8. We've also got to work out the lowest common multiple. Now how do we do that? The lowest common multiple will be calculated by multiplying all of the numbers that appear inside a Venn diagram. So we need to start with this 2 and the 3. So we'll have 2 times 3 times, and now we've got the numbers in the middle. So we've got times 2 times 2 times 2. And finally, let's not forget to multiply by this 7 that appears in the Venn diagram as well. Now if we actually calculate the answer to this, we will find that it's actually equal to 336. Now this was a short lesson on finding the highest common factor and the lowest common multiple of two numbers using the Venn diagram method.
Have you suffered from a maths-related injury in the last 4 months?
You're in the right channel. Welcome to Philotimaths! Yes! Nailed it! How common is the highest common factor? That's homework. This was a short lesson on finding the highest common factor and the lowest common multiple of two numbers using the Venn diagram method. Okay, well.